Hello everyone and happy Tuesday. It's January 29th, 2023. My name is Kyle and this is Maker Notes. Today we are going to talk about a brand new sock yarn that is from Austria. This is from a company called Ferner Wool. They've been around for a very long time and they make these really beautiful, you can see how this yarn is going to be a self-striping masterpiece when it's done. They make self-striping sock yarns and lots of different patterns, sort of striped sock yarns. And we have 22 different colors to choose from on our website. So you can check them out. This yarn itself is 60% superwash merino wool. It's 20% silk and 20% recycled nylon. So it's a gorgeously wonderful, soft yarn to work with. This is color 524 that I'm teasing you with right now, 524. There are also some sort of ombre / solid looking yarns. There's a really pretty olivey green one. There are 460 yards in a 100 gram skein. This is a skein, so if I squish it more like that, it reminds us more of what a skein looks like, but they sort of look more like balls when you get them. This is color 411, beautiful olivey green, as I said. Another rainbow, another gorgeous rainbow. This is color 525. You can see that little yellow peeking through there and how this might turn into a beautiful rainbowy sock. We have a couple examples also in the newsletter of what socks look like. You can see them right there as well. I'll put them up on the screen. Here is one that is sort of analogous colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. This is color 415, color 415, really pretty. And then the last one I'm going to show you is color 527, 527 of Lungauer Socken Wool Side. So this is a silk and wool and nylon sock yarn. There is enough here to make a lovely pair of socks. Of course, you could do other things with it as well. Check this yarn out while you can. All the colors, like I said, 22 of them are available right now, but some of them will probably start to sell as people get excited about this yarn. Other things that are in today's newsletter. We'll talk a little bit about Flexi Flips. So Flexi Flips have been around for a while. There's a couple different versions. They come in these little tubes to store them in. And when we open these up, I'm going to show you, this is the basic one. This is a Flexi Flip Basic. So it is a flexible needle that has two different, rigid sections. And this takes place of 2 of 4 needles when you're working with double points. So there'd be 2 here and this would be 2. And they're really awesome to work with. So you really only need 3 of these to replace 5 traditional double point needles. There's a video also in our newsletter. You can check that out. It explains how to cast on using these needles and how to work with them as well. The basic needle has 2 different tips. There is a rocket tip, this one here, it's a little bit more pointy, and there is a turbo tip that's a little more round. So you can choose whether you want the pointy side or the less pointy side as you are working. And if you want a taller needle, so this is the basic one, you can go for Flexi Flips XL, bigger tube. So the XL needles, which is this one, are longer. So you can see the difference here. There's about 2 inches more in length overall, so about 1 inch longer on each of the tips. So it makes for a larger diameter for knitting. So if you're working on things like sleeves, or if you find that the shorter tips aren't ideal for you, then you can try the longer. The XLs might be perfect for you. If you don't want to use metal, perhaps you don't like working with metal and you prefer something like a wood, then we have the Addi bamboo, the Flexi Flips in the different bamboo options. So there are 2 of those as well. I'll give you a picture of those. So there is a standard length one, and it has the Natura tip, it's called. It's got a nice little tip on it. There's the tippy tip. And big and small, of course, so standard and XL. And then, of course, our most recent option would be the Rocket Squared Flexi Flips. So that is this here. So the Rocket Square tips, they are always the rocket tip on both sides, but the Rocket Square, as you know, is a squared off, not rectangular, squared off needle that has some texture in it. So as you're working, when you're holding on to your work, the yarn itself the knitting that's on the needle sort of squishes down between those little raised bits, and it helps to keep the needle and your work connected together. And then when you let go, it slides effortlessly. So they're really wonderful as well. The Rocket Square Flexi Flips, they only come in the larger size. So that would be the option if you're interested in this more ergonomic needle style. So Flexi Flips, all of those options. So there are 5 different options there, combining the links and different styles. They're 20% off through Sunday. So Sunday's the 29th of January, I believe. So now through Sunday, enjoy 20% off of your Flexi Flips. You can stack up on your collection. We also, if you're interested, and it's not in the newsletter, but when you click on the link for Flexi Flips, you will see it. We have singles. So if you perhaps would like an additional, so that comes 3 in a tube, but if you wanted a 4th one, you can buy just a single one as well. And we sell them individually, so you can buy one more and then have a total of 4 Flexi Flips to do a larger diameter if that is something that you're interested in. So 20% off Flexi Flips now through Sunday is a big, big deal. Other things I wanted to just mention, we have some really wonderful sock blockers. These are from our friends at Bryson. This is my absolute favorite kind of sock blocker because of course, you take your sock that's ready to be washed and you put it in a bath of cool water with a little of the wool wash in there, right? Give it a squish or two, let it get nice and clean. You lift it out of the bath, and then you put it onto this wire form, this wire shape. And because there is a wire that's the only thing that is creating the shape, there's a lot of opportunity for airflow to go through the sock, which means it dries in no time. It dries in a breeze, of course. If there's a breeze, it will dry. But these are great. They come in a couple different sizes. This happens to be the size small. Sizing is listed on the website. Very, very wonderful thing to have if you do a lot of sock knitting and you'd like to block them and make them, all those stitches just stand perfect and beautiful as they deserve to. Other things in the newsletter, some sock patterns. We have 2 different sock patterns that are free gifts to you. You just go into that, into our newsletter and click on the links and you'll download those PDFs. 2 different opportunities to have some sock knitting fun. And of course, there are a couple different other things in there. You'll be able to check all those out as well when you see that newsletter. So I think, my goodness, is that it? That is it for today. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Be sure to check in again with us on Friday. We have some more fun things in store for you. Be sure to grab some of this sock yarn and let us know which colorway is your favorite. We'd be curious to hear which one you love above all the others. So that is it for us today. Have a great week and we'll see you on Friday. Thanks for watching.